I like the John Wick movies. I remember the first one being a sleeper hit because no one wanted to take your boy Keanu seriously. The movie was directed by stuntmen, and now they're officially making a third one. Rightfully so. So when I hear about this movie revolving around a neutral hotel for criminals to come in and find refuge, I'm like, is this a spin-off? Are y'all Timon and Pumbaaing it? It's not as well choreographed as a Wickology is, but if you're a fan of those, I think you're gonna like this one. The cast is stacked, it's an interesting world. I personally would give it a rent it, even if I wouldn't revisit this hotel again. Let me explain. Now, theory-wise, this movie takes place in Los Angeles in the year 2028. Blade Runners haven't fully taken over, but it is enough time away that it could be combined with John Wick. The Continental hotels are placed throughout the globe, they're assassins, and Global Road Entertainment only has these 3 films. I'm sure Lionsgate can throw them a bone and combine Atomic Blonde with it too. But in this world, Jeff Goldblum, acting as bad Jeff Goldblum, finds a way to create a safe space for criminals after LA has become the riot central of the world. The government pulled a Ra's al Ghul and there's like no clean water for the civilians, so of course they start going crazy and acting like Floridians. Jodie Foster, who just always loses her kid, has been the nurse of this place for like 2 decades. Any criminal can check in after they drop off their weapons. There's no violence allowed in the premises. It's half like the Tipton because it's a hotel, but then the other half is like the med rooms in the Alien franchise, where they can freaking 3D print livers. Now I'm used to Sterling K. Brown being the soft, nice dude, but this man's slick. This ain't us, and he's whooping people left and right. He's got a crew of thieves, one who, I don't know if you guys know who Father John Misty is, but homie's an actor now? For like 5 minutes before he gets off. But it's Sterling and his brother who end up stealing something that's like super important to the big mob boss, who is Jeff Goldblum, and they make it to the hotel before his brother dies, which isn't really a bad thing because Sterling is now... Inside, it ain't sunny, so Charlie Day's character is just giving everybody problems because he's rich. Sofia Boutella finds a way to be an even scarier assassin than she was in Kingsman, but the best person in this movie, without a doubt, is Bautista. Homie plays a medical professional, but really, this dude is Cholo Drax, and I love him in this film.
I'm a healthcare professional.
Of course, organized crime can only last so long before it becomes unorganized. So your girl Jodie Foster, who has been keeping the rules for decades, decides to break them and lets an injured cop, since Mona Lisa over here was her neighbor and was her kid's friend growing up. Zachary Quinto brings his dad, Jeff Goldblum, who, can I just say, I literally can't take Quinto seriously. I don't know who remembers him back from Lizzie McGuire.
Hey, you up there, are you scared or just stupid?
But I just feel he always plays a man baby, and here he is playing a baby who is a man. Even his dad is like, all right, kiddo, thanks for dropping me off. Now, go get a pint of soy with your boys. Problem here is that Sofia's target in this hotel is Goldblum, who owns the hotel. Once she straight live streams his death for the peeps who paid her for it, obviously everyone goes crazy because he's the big mob boss. They then start imitating the Raid Redemption, and while I'm questioning why all of these dudes who had guns, they never threw them away, don't just off them, we at least get some good fight scenes, I guess. There's one point where Sofia just straight up slices a dude down the middle and turns him into a damn hoodie with a zipper. Bautista sacrifices himself and stays since he's not The Rock. And Sterling makes it out of the Tipton while Jodie Foster decides at the end of the movie to walk around the ruins of LA to help people, looking like the Joker in The Dark Knight. Overall, I think it's an interesting movie. I think it's an interesting world that they've created. If they can make this a franchise or maybe even a miniseries, which I think would be really dope, that would be really dope. But if they make a sequel, and for whatever reason, they don't bring back your boy Bautista, I'm gonna have to say,
Fuck no.
Thank you guys for checking out this video. I'm curious to know your thoughts on this. I know this one didn't get enough attention, so, you know, if you're curious to go see it, y'all see my ratings at the beginning. I definitely think this is more of a rent it, but definitely check this movie out. I don't think it's as bad. It's not as great, you know, it's not as great as the John Wick films, but it's an interesting idea, an original idea that seems a lot like another idea that's already out there. But I'm curious to know your thoughts on this. Let me know any other movies you want me to cover. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe down below, and I'll get you a night at the Ramada Inn.